Breaking news exclusively from Blue Eye Media. Now, here is freelance reporter Adam Mockler.
All right, everybody, wow. We just got some wild and unexpected news in the middle of the night. 71-year-old Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina has suddenly and officially been pronounced dead via his own social media accounts, citing a brief and sudden illness. This is only 24 hours after Senator Lindsey Graham was in Ukraine. He had just traveled back to the United States and has now died due to a brief and sudden illness. Don't get this mixed up with Senator Mitch McConnell from Kentucky, who has also not been seen for 25 days. He has been hospitalized. And when I saw this post from Senator Lindsey Graham, I rubbed my eyes for a second because I thought I was reading something about McConnell. I was confused, but the fact of the reality is Lindsey Graham has now passed away. The statement from the office of the U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina says this: the office of U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham released the following statement. On the evening of Saturday, July 11th, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham passed away from a brief and sudden illness. Senator Graham's family appreciates prayers at this time and asks for privacy during this difficult period. Now, within minutes of this post going out at 1:02 a.m. Central Time, we got a post from Ben-Gvir, one of the foreign ministers of Israel, one of the most despicable war criminals out there, and this is just not a good direction. He says, today, Israel has lost one of its greatest friends. Lord have mercy. Senator Lindsey Graham stood with Israel not because it was easy, but because he believed it was right. His unwavering support, courage, and moral clarity earned him the admiration of millions of Israelis. The state of Israel will always remember his friendship, his unwavering support, and his steadfast commitment to Israel's security. Heartfelt condolences to his family and the American people. May his memory be a blessing. Ben-Gvir is not exactly the first person you want eulogizing you, but even a month ago, Donald Trump himself said, quote, he's outstanding. He's been at my side for a long time, Trump said in a tele-rally for Graham last month, acknowledging that the two men had dueled for the 2016 Republican presidential nomination. After that fight was over, we were the best of friends, and he's helped me as much as anybody in the Senate. Graham was first elected to the House in 1994 and the Senate in 2002, and was running for re-election this year. He'll likely be replaced. Somebody else will step in the race. Somebody else will launch a campaign in South Carolina and fill that gap. But while we don't ever celebrate death on the Adam Mockler feed, I thought this would be a good time to go through what Lindsey Graham's most recent legacy is. This clip from March 8th summarizes his warmongering attitude very, very well. And again, I'm not going to lower myself to dancing on people's graves. I don't do that on this feed. I just don't think it's appropriate. But I do think it's appropriate to show things that Lindsey Graham said on national television. So if you want to help us get this message out, if you want to help us punch back against this disinformation coming from the establishment, you can drop a like. You can subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed for more breaking news and more updates about what happened. But just take a look at this clip of Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina.
I'm not looking for a fair fight. If we get in a fight, I want to win it. I want to win it quick. I'm in Miami. You see this hat? Free Cuba. Stay tuned. Yep. The liberation of Cuba is upon us. It's just a matter of time now. You see this hat? Make Iran great. President Trump said the only way to make Iran great is for the people to take over. We're marching through the world. We're cleaning out the bad guys. We're going to have relationships with new people that will make us prosperous and safe. I've never seen anybody like it.
This guy said we're marching through the world. He had plans for world domination, basically. You know, on this channel, we talk a little bit about the generational battle. It's not really a battle as much as these neocons across all generations, but the neocons in power like Donald Trump, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, they want to drag us to war time and time again. And this is the legacy that Lindsey Graham is leaving behind. This is the exact legacy. Going on Fox News all the time, talking about marching through the world, not to benefit me, not to benefit you, but to take over other countries.
And we're going to win. Israel and the United States, you just wait to see what comes in the next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks meaning what?
We're going to blow the hell out of these people. This regime is in a death row now. It is going to be on its knees. It's going to fall. And when it falls, we're going to have peace like no other.
Guys, this was over 2 months ago. This was over 2 months ago. Just today, we have entirely escalated the war with Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. The memorandum is off, and we are still in this war 140 days in. Quite literally, it was supposed to be a 4 to 6 week war. People like Lindsey Graham had been advocating for it over and over and over again, saying that it would benefit all of us. And look where we are.
Time we're going to have prosperity unlike anyone could ever imagine. Peace brings prosperity.
So Lindsey Graham has never been married. He had no wife, he had no children, he had no next of kin. I don't mean to say that to be an asshole or to tear somebody down right after they died, but the legacy that Lindsey Graham leaves behind will not be familial. It will be through the politics and the legislation that he enacted. And he had a politics of war, of hatred, of trying to repeal rights, voting rights, gay rights, all of these things for people across the country and in South Carolina.
And it's been obliterated, and they're running out of money. So here's what I tell President Trump. Keep it up for a few more weeks. Take Carg Island, where all of the resources they have to produce oil. Control that island. Let this regime die on a vine.
Is this going to, though, take Carg Island? Is it going to involve U.S. troops on the ground? Let me just read you something from The Atlantic. Does an assessment on that. They say U.S. troops may well take Carg Island. We believe in their ability to do so, but only to endure ballistic missile strikes, drone attacks, petrochemical smoke, all without a reliable means of obtaining logistical support. The result could be a grinding war of attrition. They talk about how far away they would be from resupply.
I'm sort of tired of all this armchair quarterbacking. This has been an amazing military operation. God bless the fallen.
But it's a difference when we talk about troops on the ground.
I trust the Marines, not that guy. I trust DOD. We got 2 Marine expeditionary units sailing to this island. We did Iwo Jima. We can do this. The Marines.
That is the worst thing to possibly say. I wanted to let that clip play out because Iwo Jima resulted in 27,000 deaths on both sides, making it one of the bloodiest engagements in Pacific War history. And he's out there flippantly saying that we can make this another Iwo Jima. I also want to point out that Lindsey Graham had supported nationwide abortion bans, nationwide abortion restrictions for everybody, including a federal abortion ban. He also said that he believed the election was stolen. He enabled Trump's efforts to challenge the 2020 election, and he even had a phone call with Georgia's Secretary of State regarding absentee ballots. And Graham has time and time again tried to undermine our country. He's been Donald Trump's right-hand man. And speaking of older Republicans who are struggling, days before Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, another senior senator, was rushed to a hospital, one of his neighbors saw him in a troubling scene. This is from an article titled, "McConnell Neighbor Reveals Alarming Scene Days Before a 911 Call." The 84-year-old senator's neighbors in Washington, D.C. have revealed disturbing details about this. A male neighbor told the Daily Mail that McConnell appeared to be in bad shape, even before June 14th, when he was found unconscious at home and taken to the hospital. Days before that, the neighbor said, he witnessed McConnell slumped in a wheelchair while getting carried by staff. "I was able to get a good look at his face," the man said. "He was pale, with a blank stare and his mouth hanging open." That sounds about right. Another neighbor, a woman who lives on McConnell's block, told the Mail that she saw him getting carried into an ambulance on June 14th while his staffers appeared obviously distraught and crying. "When he came out, I actually wondered if he was dead. He did not look good. He was not conscious." This is about Mitch McConnell, by the way. "His eyes were closed. He had oxygen tubes strapped to his nose. I knew by running in and out that it was something serious. There weren't a lot of sirens." That was one of the things that was interesting. I'm going to leave it there. There's cold, hard Senate math after Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. Both seem to be out of the sphere, and we will see what this turns into. If you want more updates, drop a like, subscribe. I love you all. Peace out.
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global-friendly outlets that you'll never get from the mainstream cable TV and antenna radio or satellite outlets. Learn how to play the flute of the world and learn the real facts.